Start Adobe Xd, and on the welcome screen, pick iPhone X XS 11 Pro. Then pick the rectangle tool. You're going to draw a rectangle that covers your entire artboard. I didn't quite make it, so I'm going to adjust a little bit at the top and cover the whole thing. Then I'm going to go to my desktop and find my pictures. I'm going to drag the picture I want onto the artboard. Then I'm going to get the text tool and I'm going to type my first prototype. That's what I'm going to call this one. You can type whatever you want. I'm going to change some of the settings to be centered. I'm going to pick a new font. You can pick any font you like. And I'm going to make it a lot bigger. And then I'm going to adjust the space between the lines so that they're closer together. And then I'm going to move it over until it's in the middle. And you'll see I get a purple line when it's perfectly centered in the middle. And I'm going to pick the top line there and switch it to a different version of the same font and make that a lot bigger so that it's about the same width as the word below it, which I'm also going to change to be a bold version. And then I'm going to use the keyboard shortcut of Command or Control and less than to shrink that down slightly so that they're the same width. I'm going to pick all of the words and I'm going to go get the eyedropper in the color area and I'm going to put it over an orange area on the sky. And that will fill the type with that color. And now I'm going to draw a button. So I'm going to get the rectangle tool and I'm going to place my button down near the bottom. And you'll see there's 4 dots in the corners. Just grab one of those, pull it in, and now you'll have rounded edges. I'm going to uncheck the border because I don't want a border. Then we get the eyedropper for the fill, and I'm going to go over the letters to pick up the orange color. And I'm going to move that so it's centered. Remember, if I see the purple line, it's centered. I'll get the text tool, and I'm going to type next. And then I'm going to change its color using the eyedropper to a nice bright white yellow. So I'll be able to read it on the orange button. And I'm going to move it over so that it's right in the middle of the button. Great. This is my first screen. And I'm going to go to the name above the screen and hold down the Alt or Option key as I drag across to make a second copy of this screen. I'm going to go to my desktop, get my pictures again, and drop another picture on this screen. I want to change the color of the headline, so I'm going to pick the text, go get the eyedropper, and I'm going to move it over a deep gold color in the moon. And that changes the color of the text. I'm also going to change the button. So I'll pick the button and get the eyedropper and move it over the words to get the gold color too. I'm going to change the word to say back just by highlighting it and typing back. Now I'm going to save my file. And I'm going to save it to my computer and give it a name. That way I can find it easily if I need it later. And tap save. And now I'm going to switch to prototype at the top, and I'm going to tap the little blue tag on the first artboard. So that's my home screen. Then I'm going to pick the next button and I'm going to wire it to the second screen. I'm going to leave the interaction settings the way they are. And I'm going to pick the button on the second screen and wire it to the first screen. Now I'm going to test everything by tapping the play button, which will open my prototype in its own little window. And if I tap on next, it goes to the next screen. If I tap on back, it goes back to the first screen. Always test your prototypes. Make sure they do what you think they should. I'm going to close the prototype.